Here's how you get ahead of 99% of people and how to set up your life for lifelong success. Have you ever stopped in the middle of a busy street, looked around, and wondered what it takes to be better than these people at, well, anything? Today, we're not just exploring a skill, a hack, or a secret. We're diving deep into the science of improvement, the psychology of growth, and the statistics of success. Improvement isn't just about doing more. It's about enhancing the quality of what you do. Every action, every study session, every practice run is an opportunity for your brain to build and strengthen itself. Let's start with a number, 7.9 billion. That's the current global population. To be better than 99% of these individuals, you would need to rise above 7.821 billion people. Sounds hard? It certainly is. But let's add another statistic. The average person spends 3 hours and 15 minutes on their phone daily. That's 49 days a year, lost in the digital void. What if I told you that by reallocating just half of that time into self-improvement, you could significantly increase your chances of being in the top 1% of, well, nearly anything? This isn't about monumental changes, it's about incremental evolution. The science of marginal gains tells us that improving by just 1% in several areas can lead to remarkable growth over time. And it's not just about hard work, though. It's about smart work. Research from the field of cognitive psychology suggests that deliberate practice leads to expert performance. Deliberate practice isn't about mindlessly repeating an action. It's about mindful repetition with the intent to improve. It's practicing at the edge of your abilities where errors can happen and learning takes place. This type of practice isn't just for athletes or musicians. It applies to everything. Want to be a better writer? Write daily, seek feedback, and revise your work. Aspire to master a new language? Practice with native speakers, listen to the intonation, absorb the grammar, and speak, even if it's imperfect. The key here is to embrace the struggle. The struggle is not an obstacle, it's a signpost, marking the journey to mastery. Imagine the compounded effect of reclaiming those lost days on your phone, transformed into days of learning, creating, and growing. The power to join the ranks of the top 1% is not just in the grand gestures, but in the small decisions you make every day. But let's bring in the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, a principle that, believe it or not, speaks of much of the world around us. It suggests that 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. When we apply this to personal improvement, it becomes a powerful tool. It means focusing in on the 20% of skills or knowledge that will give you 80% of the results. It's about optimizing your efforts to maximize your outcomes. So, how do you pinpoint that critical 20%? Begin by deconstructing the skill you want to master. Shatter it down to its most essential parts. What are the core components that yield the most significant results? Then it's time to master those fundamentals. This isn't just about practice, it's about perfecting the pillars that carry the weight of the whole structure. The world's top performers, the leaders, the pioneers, they aren't merely the beneficiaries of fate. They are sculpted through a combination of genetics, yes, but also their environment, and most critically, consistent, relentless improvement. Take the inspiring stories of athletes like Michael Phelps. His wake-up time, diet, swimming technique, mental training. Each one refined to perfection. Or consider the genius of innovators like Elon Musk. They're not just working hard, they're working on the right things. They identify their 20%, they engage in deliberate practice, and they measure their progress meticulously. It's about the subtle art of measuring what matters, of finding the leverage and the vast mechanics of skill and success. These individuals don't just climb mountains, they first build the paths that lead them to the peak. Now let's bring the focus back to you. Your life, your goals, your potential. What's your 20%? What are the vital skills or knowledge in your field or passion that, if mastered, could skyrocket you to the top 1%? Is it a specific technique in your craft? A habit that can multiply your productivity? Or perhaps a piece of wisdom that can illuminate your path? Identify it, isolate it, improve it. The path to extraordinary isn't through a crowded highway. It's through the road less traveled, the one you pave yourself with the stones of focused effort and the milestones of incremental triumphs. Begin today. There's no better time than now to start that journey. Define your 20%, embrace the Pareto principle, and take the first step towards the pinnacle of your personal excellence. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.